Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dan the Glassman here, and we are about to do another Norwex car wash, car detailing, and just wanted to go over kind of what it all looks like before we get started, so you can see what we're going to be cleaning up here. A lot of bug splatter here in the front. Definitely a lot of bug splatter here in the front, on the grill. All right, so I'm going to show you how to use the the Norwex car kit, and that way you'll see how we use it on the interior, getting all of this wiped up. So what I do is I offer a car wash, that's the exterior, and an interior wipe down, and also vacuum. So we're going to be doing some vacuuming here, and then just a general wash and a quick wipe down on the inside here. Get all this all that stuff there, all these kind of things. So my client has dogs, and there's a lot of pet hair here. So we'll be showing how the car kit works, and the brush and everything. So let's get started here. I'm just going to put you guys off to the side, and you guys can just join me on this this little journey here on doing a car wash here. So I'm going to do my best to not get the license plate in. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to rinse it off real fast. All right, so I'm just going to use a little bit of water there and fill up the bucket here. So this is all just water, no soap. All right, and then we need all of the Norwex stuff. So we've got the car mitt and the Enviro cloth. And I'm gonna actually just get those soaked. Just like that, just water. And let's see what else we need. And then we've got our window cloth. And I also brought this handy duster with the window cloth on one side, but we also have our window cloth, and we have our dry and buff towel. So I'll keep that on me all day. Alright. So that's pretty much all the water that we're going to be using, guys. Just that, as you can see, no soap, just water. Alright, so let's get started here. And you know, I'm probably going to get started here on the back side. And like I said, I'm going to not get the plate if I can help it. And we'll try to just wash this for you here. Okay, so we need the buffing towel and this. That's it. I'm just gonna simply go over the whole car here on the outside and wash it. So you'll be able to see now. I'll start the timer here and see how long doing a car actually takes. As you can see, it is this simple and this quick to just go in and wipe everything out, wipe everything off. No soap, but we're washing the vehicle right now. And the reason why this works is because of the microfibers within this cloth is actually mechanically picking up, scooping up all the dirt onto it, and then just holding it, trapping it in, and not allowing it to come back out. Uh-oh, some kind of paint scraping there. Let's see if I can maybe remove that for her today. We'll see what kind of power we got with the Norwex cloth here. Alright, so basically you just go over it like that. And all this area has already been washed. Just like that. And then you just go over it with your drying towel and your buffer. And then you can get rid of all those streaks and all those little water marks and everything. And just like that. Ta-da. And then come over here and get this light here. It's pretty impressive how amazing this works, how quick and easy it works. I figured I'd start on the back here where this part's exposed to the sun. So then that way I can just do this real quick before it gets really, really hot. Basically you just wipe it down and then use your towel to dry it. And if you have any of those marks and things, then you can just use the other side of your towel here. So you got this side and then you got that side. This is the buffing side. And what I love about this mitt is that it can help get into all the little tiny cracks and crevices, all those spots that you really wouldn't think about trying to reach and get into. Especially under here. Let's make sure we clean off the camera. right, and then we'll come back and we'll detail all of the we'll detail the whole entire all the windows and everything separately. All right, well, let me show you once again. We've only used the same amount of water. We're not rinsing this. That's the beauty of this too. It's the same cloth, same water. We'll see if I have to actually rinse this out at any point. And see, this mitt gets in there real nice. You can get actually in the handle, like where your fingers are touching. You just go and buff it all, dry and buff as you go. We'll save the wheels for afterward. That way we don't transfer all that gunk, that dirt, that grease that comes off the wheels and the tires, the rims. So most people, they charge a good, I don't know, $150 to $200 to do a car wash and car detail. And if you're local here in Albuquerque, will beat that by like half price. And how can I do that? Well, because I don't have the overhead. All I have is water and Norwex. So this hand mitt, as you can see, it's doing the job. And the other thing too, there's a lot of people who take a lot of pride in their vehicles. You know, we got a lot of car clubs here, a lot of low riders, a lot of classic vehicles, a lot of the oldies, hot rods, even motorcycles. You know, we even have those lowrider bikes and all that. And the beauty of Norwex is the microfibers are so gentle, it's never going to damage your paint job or anything like that. All right, now I'm hitting some spots where there's bugs. So I'm going to show you a trick now, how to get rid of the bugs here. So this is the car mitt and the dry and buff towel or cloth here. All right, so what I want to show you is in the front over here. We're now getting into like all this stuff here, and I don't know if you can see it. There you go. There are, like, you know, the bug guts, all the bugs, right? So there's a lot of bugs and stuff still on here. Norwex has this towel here, which is actually a kitchen towel or a dish scrubbing cloth. And this is really good for scrubbing pans and stuff like that. So let's see if you can see that. It says dish. So this is like a dish scrubber scourer. So we're gonna just dip that in the water there. And we're gonna use that to scrub away all those bugs, just like that. So you're using a gentle fabric here, fiber material, so you don't have to worry about scratching your paint job or anything. And this really does an excellent job of getting all those bugs, all that nasty caked on stuff there. Is that? Oh, is that a chip? I think that's actually a chip. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if I could get that paint up. Maybe I can use this to get that paint up on that back. All right, and then just come back in and dry it off, and bam, that should be all clean now. And make sure we get the whole entire side view mirror here, the whole housing, all the encasement and everything. And come around the inner edge there. We'll go back in and we'll clean that mirror with the window cloth. But bam, there you go. I don't know if you can see, but all them bug guts and everything is gone. Here, I'll give you another example here on how well that works. Here, I'll bring you guys down. Oops, sorry. Trying to adjust the camera here. Sorry about all the bouncing. But check this out. So much more right there. I don't know if you guys can see all that. I'm going to use the same cloth, not even going to re-wet it. We're just going to go in. You see all that white? That looks like more like the bird droppings there. So you go in, you get the headlamp, get all the bug stuff off. I'm probably going to have to wipe this down or wet it down a little bit, maybe. And it's still doing its job. This, you do need to use a little elbow grease here to really get into there. But this is not going to scratch any of the your glass, your headlamps, nothing like that. This is real gentle, non-abrasive scrubber. Nice. See, just like that. All nice and clean. And I come back down here to the bug guts. Here, let's see if I can just get like one strip. We'll just go up this whole area here. And we'll do a quick wipe. And you can see the difference between here and like over here, over here. You see that? And then a lot of this stuff is actually chips, you know, from rocks and things like that. So you may be seeing some reflection or different things on the camera, but it's those are little chips in that front plastic housing there. Like that one right there. I don't know if you can see that chips. These are the Lord's chips. Just kidding. Oh well, yeah. All things through God. All right. So that's just with that. You know, I haven't even gone over with the actual cleaning cloth. That's just to scrub it all. And then the other thing too is what's cool is you can use this cleaning mitt and re-moisten and re-wet the areas that you really need to like get into and do an extra little bit of a cleaning job, you know? See? I don't know if you can see all of that. Come in there, get it moist, come in and scrub it off with this non-abrasive scrubber here. And it's really amazing how well this thing works. And then, you know, because you're able to use your thumb or your fingers, right? You can go into like little tiny cracks and crevices right in there. See that? So yeah, those of you who got car kits, car clubs, you know, you probably want to get you one of these. And you know, you can probably share it with your whole club, you know, get yourself like, I don't know, a set or two of the car kit, and then you and your buddies can all just help each other out, clean each other's cars, or maybe you can just like hire someone to come around and just buff all your cars while you guys are chilling and talking with everyone. But this kit here, Norwex, it really does an amazing job with only water. And the reason why we're using only water is that way we're not destroying our water supply. We're not putting a lot of chemicals and a lot of toxins back into the water supply. So if you're a water protector, I highly recommend that you get yourself some sort of Norwex in your home right away. At least the Enviro cloth, because that's the everything cloth where you can just clean everything with it. Alright, so now we're moving on to the front grill here, where a lot of the bugs hit. I'm just going to use this non-abrasive scrubber here, which is meant for the dishes, but it works excellent for all the stuff on the front of the vehicle that all gets collected. And it's hard to remove. A lot of people, they need to use, like, you know, citrus kind of deep cleaning stuff, get rid of all the sticky gunk and whatever. You know, that's the cool thing about Norwex is it'll even get rid of all that gunk and stuff that people have to use, like lemon juice, lemon oil, all those things. So I don't know. You can either do it the old way. You can either continue to pollute our water supply. You can be part of the problem instead of part of the solution. You know, we all got the power of free will. God gave us that. So, you know, you can either be righteous or be wicked, right? Whatever you want to be. However you want to prefer to live. So, we all have conscious minds on knowing what's right and what's wrong. And knowing that there are alternatives out there to the things that we've been taught. You know, you don't want to continue to be living and doing it the way grandma did it. Everyone's always proud, like, oh yeah, I cooked the way grandma did. It's like, well, you didn't add anything to it. Like, we got new generations here. We got new ingredients, new food, new stuff. I'm sure it's not like how your grandma made it. I'm sure your grandma didn't use all the GMO foods and stuff like that back in the day. You know, so your grandma would probably rather you use Norwex and get back to nature and quit harming the earth, quit harming the planet. I know my grandma, if she was still around, she'd want me to be doing it like that. I'm sure. Alright, I think we're going to have to get this wet again. I'll be right back. Oh. Now the other thing too is I have not even been using the Enviro cloth, the everything cloth, which we say, you know, if you want to get one thing from Norwex, I would highly recommend this cloth, because this cloth, you know, even though it doesn't have that same scrubbing power as what that scouring towel is, a little bit of some of that extra finger grease there, and yeah, it will actually remove it too. But I like to make my life a little easier, so might as well use the tools you got, right? You don't want to use the hammer to try to cut wood. But you might be able to hammer through that wood and cut it eventually. So this front area is always the hardest, besides dealing with the vacuuming and everything. Which usually, I usually start with the vacuuming, and today I did it completely different. So now we're gonna see, does this actually work better? Should I clean the whole outside first and then vacuum? Or should I vacuum first and then clean the whole outside. So working on cars and doing a car wash and car detail, this is a very new thing for me. It's something that I'm experimenting with, so I really do appreciate my client here for allowing me to come in and show off the Norwex here on her vehicle. You know, maybe others will catch on. I do have another client actually that has me coming and doing her car as well. So I've got 2 Norwex car clients now, and that's only going to grow and get bigger and bigger. I have 2 other individuals who are speaking with me now on setting up an appointment and testing it out, you know. And it's always something weird to be like, well, yeah, I'm going to come and clean your vehicle, but I'm not going to use any soap. We're not going to wax it. We're not going to use any of that kind of stuff. We're not going to use any chemicals, no toxic cleaners, nothing like that. We're going to simply come in and use Norwex and water. And they don't know what Norwex is, but they know what water is, and they're like, how are you going to clean it with this water? So, you know, after the job is done, which usually is a lot quicker than anyone else who does this kind of work, you know. And also, I don't know anyone who's less than $100 for a car wash and car detail. But I'm really stoked with being able to use this new kit here and to show it off. And the more that I can show it off and share, and the more clients I'll be able to get. And also, you know, I just recommend you guys just getting your own Norwex car kit, so then you can just do this on a daily or weekly or whatever, and you don't have to pay someone else to come and do it for you. Unless, you know, you got too much things on your plate like I do. You gotta have other people come in and help you with other things. All right, let me see. You gotta get under in this area now. So let me just kind of back you up some, and you can see what I'm doing here. We're just getting up in here now. Same water, no soap. I've only dumped this in the bucket twice. By the end of the day, that bucket's gonna look like chocolate water, guarantee you. But right now, that water is still clean. It's like clean enough that I could almost drink out of it. But I won't, because I don't know what my client uses it for. I'm sure, because she hasn't gotten into Norwex yet, so I'm sure that she still uses like bleach and pine saw, Ajax, Windex, all that stuff in the home. Maybe she uses Myers natural cleaning stuff and things like that. Maybe she uses vinegar and lemon and baking soda, and that ways. You know, that's what we were doing before we got into Norwex. And then once we got the Norwex, like the day that we got the floor cleaning kit, and I went and I cleaned our tile floor after doing it with the vinegar and that baking soda, I think, baking powder, baking soda. That you could totally tell how much the vinegar and baking soda dulls the shine of your tile and your countertops and your windows and all the surfaces that you've ever thought you were washing with it and cleaning it, that you were just simply leaving a residue. And so that's what I realized on that first day that we got the car, or not the car, the floor kit. And wow, there was such a difference. That shine, just the water brought back the luster and the shine to that floor. It was impressive. And then at that point I realized, hey, we're gonna do the Swiffer challenge, Norwex Swiffer challenge, where anyone who's got a Swiffer, you know, being that they found that a lot of animals, a lot of babies are getting sick from being down low on the floor. You know, a lot of A lot of dogs will lick the floor, you know, they'll drop their food off the floor and then they'll lick it up after you've cleaned it. And you think that you did a good job cleaning it and making sure that your animals are safe and your children are safe on the dirty floor. But really what you've done is you've covered it, saturated it with poison, with toxic chemicals. And on the warning of the Swiffer, it says to make sure you put a bowl of water down for your animals so they can rinse out their system, basically, and dilute any sort of toxins that they may be licking up from the floor, you know, from walking on the floor and then licking their paws, cleaning themselves and things like that. You know, if you got cats, they're always constantly licking themselves, cleaning, bathing. And people don't think about these things. And that's why I've become a water protector, a water ambassador. I basically am an advocate for clean drinking water for all. And why we have to be taught all these little things. Like, you know, how many times do people wash their cars with soap, you know, dish soap or whatever kind of soap or whatever it is, right? And then what do they do with it afterward? They just dump it right onto the sidewalk, right? Dump it out into the street, and then it goes right out into the gutters and down into, you know, reaches the river, or it goes into the water treatment facility, where then they create it, turn it back into clean drinking water. But it's still got lace or traces of chemicals and poisons and things. And then it costs a lot more money to filter all that out. So then, you know, all that drinking water is a lot more expensive than what it could be or should be. And we as humans don't think about any of those things. All we think about is that you turn the tap on and the water flows, and we got clean drinking water. We don't think about the process. We don't think about how we are actually part of the problem, and that we can actually become part of the solution instead. So that's my job, is to remind everyone that we are guardians, we are stewards of this vessel, of this planet, and our primary job is to take care of this planet, take care of one another, and by taking care of the water, we're ensuring that. So that's why I do what I do, and why I sit around on the torch, make water drops all day, and then I gift them out to other water protectors around the world and thank them for dedicating their lives to this mission of protecting water. It's only one of a handful of jobs that we're supposed to be doing as guardians and stewards of this vessel. But it is important enough to me to honor them for doing one of the many jobs that we're all supposed to be doing here. All right. So this area is always the hardest to clean. So, and one thing that I've never done, and we might test out today, is the vinyl and leather shine. And that would actually shine up all of this, all of the plastic housing, all the vinyl, everything. I'm gonna go wet this again real quick. And instead of going anywhere, we're gonna bring the bucket here. So that way I don't have to leave anymore. All right, so I'm just gonna get all the bird poop up here cleaned. You know, the one thing that I forgot today was my knee pads, I've been using knee pads lately, so I can make these jobs a little easier on my knees. I'm not as young as I look, that's for damn sure. All these people who are just like maybe a few years older than me, maybe 5-10 years older than me, they're always hiring me thinking that I'm like, 15-20 years younger than them. Not realizing that we're almost same, almost peers, almost the same age, same class. But I don't know, I guess I've trained myself, I've acclimated myself to doing these sort of things to where I have the energy and the dexterity, and I can do this kind of stuff. And that's the way I feel too, is if I have the able body, I'm capable of doing these kind of things for others, and they don't, and they aren't capable, they don't have that physical body to do this on their own. And to me, this is devotional service. It's service work to help others out, which is what I was just talking about, to help each other out on this journey here while we're all here on earth. Look at that beautiful headlamp there. So this is how I use the dishcloth. As you can see, it's just water. There's nothing in here. There's no soap. If there was soap, you'd be making suds, right? That is just water. I love that I can get into these really, really deep crevices here. Get into this high beam down here. Really get around in those corners there where all them bugs hit. It's usually real hard to get into. Like I said, it's just a little elbow grease. Like, I'm not pressing hard. You don't hear me huffing and puffing right here all. Like, I'm just chilling, having a nice, relaxed conversation with you. I'm not overworking myself. I'm actually in the sun directly right now. I might have to move over the shade slightly to get it more on this side, because I'm just sitting in the sun right here. Yeah, I can't wait to really, really get this introduced to the local car clubs here. All the lowriders, all those lowrider bikes and stuff. Man, all you need is a couple cloths and you're good to go. If you just had your Enviro cloth and then this towel, the buffing towel, I think that's all you need. And you'd be good to go right there. Just with that. You just use the Enviro cloth. Because, I'm sure that they're not going to let their vehicles get super dirty. They're not running it through the mud. It's lowriders. They're definitely not going off-roading in a lowrider. Alright, so we got that whole area now done. We got this front, and then we can move on to the side, and then we can get around to the interior. But you can see I'm cleaning and then buffing it, drying as I go. I won't have to go back over it at all. Alright, Let's get you guys reset up here. And we'll get the hood and the front here. So now pretty much done with using this scrubber. There might be a couple little spots, but we're gonna go back to just using the carb bit here. Take my keys off so I don't accidentally scratch things up. You hear that? That's how clean it is. All right, hood's done. Let's move on to the side now. And like I said, we're going to save the tires and the rims for last after we do all the interior. That way we don't transfer any sort of grease or anything if it possibly gets stuck on here. You can see this is still really clean. The water still looks like you can drink it. Just doing a quick video while I'm just demonstrating this. But you're welcome to talk, I don't mind. Rhonda, when she came out here last time I was cleaning, she was like, oh, and she like ran back inside. But didn't want to disturb the video. I don't care. Your place. Yeah, I got a channel called THEGLASSMAN'S world. I'm known as the glass man. I blow glass. I do a lot of live glass blowing demos. And then I'm a musician too, so I perform live. Instead of doing gigs at bars and clubs and stuff, I can get almost the same amount of viewers on my live streams. And then sometimes they will send donations and things, you know. It's like I get paid for not having to even leave my house. I figured that out during COVID. I was like, okay, we can still perform and have a big crowd. During the Super Bowl, I streamed the Super Bowl live, which you're not supposed to do because, you know, copyright or whatever. But I had thousands of people watching, and at the end of the Super Bowl, I then performed for like thousands of people. It was awesome.
What do you play?
Guitar and sing. Alright guys, so we're going to get back over here to the scrubbing on this mirror, and then I think that'll be it for the dish. The dish, I don't know what you call it, a net, scouring pad, a netted scrubber. I don't know what this thing's called. But as you can see, real easy with just water. Nothing to help scrape any of that off. And all the bug gunk goes away. Just like that. And then you're just left with like the little tiny chips that are in the vinyl there. And then wipe it. See, that's the cool thing is you can just use your wiping mitt like this, or you can put your hand in it if you want. Doesn't really matter. And then you dry it and buff it out. Make sure you don't have any of those water marks everywhere. Bam. All right, now we're gonna do the whole side here, and pretty much that'll be done with all the exterior except the wheels. Like I said, I'm gonna do the wheels last, and we'll do that after we do the interior. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep you guys with me the whole time, because this can turn into a 2 or 3 hour video here. But I wanted to just show you the gist of how easy it is to clean and detail your vehicle using just Norwex and water. And so I don't really remember the pricing on any of this stuff. I'm gonna guess that the mitt is like 30 bucks. This towel's 30 bucks. The Norwex and viral cloth's like 20 bucks. So that's like what, 80 bucks investment, less than $100, and you can pretty much start detailing vehicles on the side if you want it to, or just having your own vehicle always nice and clean. And of course, like I said, if you got lowriders and you're in the car club, this thing's gonna come in handy. You can share it with all your buddies. Oh yeah, I did want to see if I could get that paint or something. It looks like the car got rubbed up or scraped up against something. I might have some paint on it. And you see, I'm only doing one area at a time and drying and buffing it right away. That way we don't even worry about accidentally leaving any watermarks. So you just wash and dry as you go, and then buff it, and bam, door by door. So we'll get you real close and see if we can actually see what I'm doing. All right, I didn't move the canopy over, so I'm still in the sun here. It's getting hot, and that heat is now starting to drain me. Oh, there's a little bit of white paint right there. Let's see, can I get that off with this scrubber? There's like a little tiny bit of something right there. I think it's paint. Yeah, it's not coming off at all with nothing. Interesting. It's not even lightning. All right, that's okay. The one thing is, I know that my client's not really into like making sure that the car is like 100% or whatever. She just really wants it to be nice because it's full of dog hair and gets full of dust. You know, out here in New Mexico, we have a lot of dust. Sorry. And so yeah, she just wants me to come and clean it every once in a while. But I'm trying to do an even better job than what she's expecting of me. That way I can give you guys a really, really awesome detailed description and a video here on how this works and how I use it. You see, dry and flip it over to buff it out. Just like that. I think we got this last wheel well and we're done. And the wheel well is dirty underneath right here. But you can see it's not like super nasty or nothing. All right. So we're pretty much done now, guys, with the exterior. I'm gonna get on the roof real quick. Let me move this in a way that maybe you guys can see what's going on. I think this is the first time I actually cleaned the top of the vehicle for her. But she takes good care of her car. She keeps it in the garage and everything. Alright, the last corner here. And then the roof is done. We'll get that whole entire vinyl strip seal to the window there. Well, it looks like it's lifting up. She may have some leaks in her car, I'm not sure. Alright, nice. So now we go into the interior here, guys. And at this point, I don't know if I need to start vacuuming first or just wiping things down. So with this, we need something else. All right, so now this is when the actual big jobs start to happen. I'm gonna open the doors and let the air flow, or else it's gonna get way too hot in here. All right, so now, you guys, we've got the interior cleaning stuff. So you've seen the scrubber. We don't need this anymore unless she's got some major stains in here, but probably won't. This here is basically for cleaning this, just like that. Now what I'll do is, like, this is just for when you want to go in and wipe things down real fast, and you just come in and wipe it like that. But we are going to use the Enviro cloth to clean it. And we could also use this as well. You know, we could use this as the interior cleaner here, and then come in and make sure it's all nice and dry and buffed like that. Now there's another thing here that we have, which is the leather and shine polish. I've never used this before. This is actually brand new. Never been used. So basically you get that scrubber that I just dropped. You put it in here. I think, yeah, there's actually a covering on there. So I haven't even used this, haven't even opened it. So then you get this this stuff here, kind of like I don't know, some kind of goopy gel or whatever, and you put that onto like the vinyl leather seats, and it's supposed to make things just super nice and shiny. Basically, you use this instead of that Armor All stuff. So we'll probably go over things with that. And also, if there's any sort of deep cleaning that we need, we also brought the cleaning paste. And this will remove graffiti from public bathrooms and tiles and things like that. From tile, not from brick or any kind of porous walls like that, but from tile. So this is a really super heavy duty cleaning. So if we have any sort of stains on anything, we can use that as well. We'll use the Enviro cloth, which we have here, for pretty much wiping down everything and getting it all nice and clean. And then we'll use the buffing cloth for stuff. And then the windows, we can come in here and clean all the windows. So you see how I'm just going from one surface to another, same water, same cleaning thing, right? And then you use the window cloth to make sure that that has a streak-free shine, just like that. So we'll do the whole entire thing. I just want to do a quick demo, but we'll do the windows at the end. Probably, I don't know if we'll do it before or after the tires. We'll probably do the windows before, because we might need this for scrubbing inside the rims and the wheels and everything. All right, so let me just make sure. This is the one thing that, you know, if you're a driver, this is the one thing you touch the most. So let's make sure that this is cleaned the most out of everything in the interior. We're gonna really give this a good detailed clean. And I love that you can just, you know, you get your cloth and get into like those really tight corners. I don't know if you can see that, but you just like get into the little tiny crevices right there using the cloth, you know, and you can really get in there and get those detailed little areas there. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I was going to have to bust out the little scouring pad again. Okay, I'll make sure that's all nice and clean. Get into these buttons here. Get in between. See, and I've never looked into any sort of car detailing, so I don't even know what they use as far as getting this. Do they use a toothbrush and scrub in here? Do they use any sort of like a foaming spray to get in there? See? You just get in there and use your fingernail and get into those little tiny corners and crevices around all little things. Like I said, we were just going to do a simple interior wipe, right? Which I should probably vacuum first, because I'm just going to wipe this all down and then we're going to get the dust everywhere. But I just wanted to show you real quick and simple how this works. And maybe what we'll do is we'll just do a quick once over and then we'll go over it again after vacuuming, just to make sure that we've hit all the surface areas and everything, all the dials, all the nooks and crannies. Any sort of screens, and make sure we hit with the Enviro cloth here. Oops. Don't want to mess with their settings. Make sure we keep them in the same place. Alright, you guys, I don't know how long we've been filming here, but we are more than halfway done. Vacuuming does take a while, but it also took a while because I didn't bring the scrubbing brush. Where did I put that? This here. Now this, let me show you how this works real quick before we move on to anything. Let me just show you this, all right? Because this is pretty amazing how this thing works. This removes hair like no other. See that? So we're gonna be able to just remove a lot of this hair and get it up from the corners and stuff, and then we'll really be able to vacuum it up. So, and that's what I was saying, is I should probably vacuum first right now, and we'll get all this hair up. So it's gonna get loud, you guys. So I'm just gonna bring y'all back, and then you guys can watch me work. All right, now one bonus of working for this client is she has her own vacuum. So I don't have to bring a vacuum on the bus. That's the beauty of this Norwex, is that everything fits pretty much in the backpack. All right, here we go. Time to vacuum. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get rid of this attachment first. Okay. I want to show you this. You guys got to see how well this really works. I'm going to get full of fur here, trying to show y'all, but I don't know if you can see this. All that fur. This is basically, it just like moves it to where you want it to go. See, so I'm just going to like sweep it all up into like this crevice here. Push all this from the front into the back area. And that way we can just get it all from like one pile. I don't know, can you see that? Can you see how well it's just moving it? You know what I should do is actually take this out of the vehicle, and then we'll do this on the floor outside and vacuum it up. And then that way I can actually get onto the seats here. All right, so I'm going to run the vacuum again while doing this. Oh man, if I could figure out how to do something like that, you scrub it as I'm vacuuming. Some of those hairs are way deep. It's like the steep growing hair. Alright, that's safe enough to sit on now, at least. Alright, let's see if you guys can see all this going on in here. Alright. Oops. Almost dropped you. Alright, let's see if you guys can see this right down here. Let's see if you guys can see how easy it is to just get this up. Just like that. Bam, just move it out of the way and clean it up. That's pretty much done right there on that top surface. Yeah, so this is a silicone brush here. It works really good at pet care for your couches, you know, at home. You can even use this to brush your cat and your animals, your dogs, your cats. You can use this to brush them. They'll really like it. They do. They think it's nice. You give them like a spa at home treatment. That's if your dogs are deserving of that. If they're messing your house up, tearing up your plants, maybe they don't get a spa treatment. I don't know if you guys have seen the video series I've started called Cats versus Plants. Alright. Let me get this other head on now. So yeah, like I said, vacuuming takes the longest, guys. But this back seat is probably the worst of it. The rest of the car isn't as bad. Oh no, you fell. I've fallen. Get up. Alright, here, let's move you guys over to this side now. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So I don't know if anyone's been watching or anyone is watching, but we're just doing car detailing right now. Alright, sorry guys I went quiet on you. It's just loud. And I don't know if y'all can hear me or not anymore. Some sort of military helicopters flying over. We're used to them here in Albuquerque. We got Kirtland Air Force Base just to the south of us. Alright, I'm almost done with this back seat. It's hard with dogs. Alright, gonna bring it over on this side now, guys. Sorry, I just realized I'm just sitting right there, and you guys can't see anything but my behind. You try to get in here in a way that I'm not in your way, and you can see what I'm doing. Takes a minute, but we finally get that hair up. It gets so caked on there, it's hard. All right. Woo! For those of you who have stuck with me through this, go on ahead and comment below and just write "I love Norwex," and I'll enter you into a drawing. Anyone who says "I love Norwex," And we'll enter you into a drawing for, I don't know, maybe I can do all kinds of stuff. We can give away free glass, give away t-shirts, or, I mean, we're talking about Norwex, maybe we give away some Norwex. I'm pretty sure that I've got an item or two in my own supplies that I could probably let go. And maybe my wife has some promotional merchandise on the side that we can utilize as a free gift for those of you who subscribe and have commented below. Just comment, I love Norwex. Alright. That's only for those of you who lasted this long. That means you're hardcore. You like watching other people work. Hardcore watchers. Woo! Alright, guys. Trying to get as much of this dog hair up as I possibly can. It's quite impossible. Alright, well, we'll move on now. Alright. I have definitely put on a sweat now, guys. Being in the car, it gets a little hot. Alright, we're going to use the, I'm going to bring you guys back up here. We're going to use the EnviroCloth here now. And we're just going to wipe up all the interior and the interior parts of the doors here as well, which we just get the oh no, I dropped it in the grass and leaves. Alright, so then we'll just get this edge right here on the inside of the door and clean that all the way around up, on top, inside, where all the paint is on the interior part of the door. This part in here, most people don't see, underneath the door. And just go over it with a quick wipe. You know, I really wish places like Octopus Car Wash and other local places would get into Norwex, because then they could just have all these cloths here, the Enviro cloths, and just use them all day for wiping and reusing all day. There's still dog hair flying around. May have to go over it one more time afterward. Yeah, all this dog hair still flying around. Alright. Get into the window button here, and that little crevice right next to it, and also this door handle crevice here, where just basically only one finger fits. Well, I guess my whole hand fits, but not. I don't know how. Okay, done on this side. Get this done real quick. Done. And get your buffer for all the vinyl. And I guess this is when I should start doing the windows. Alright, so do the interior windows and exterior. just realized the dogs got this pretty dirty, and I couldn't tell until I cleaned that outside window. I was like, oh, that's still on the inside. So we'll make sure that is nice and clean. That's so much better. Okay. All right, guys. I'm just gonna do the windows real quick, and then I'll vacuum some more. We'll get the interior, the front, and the far back. Man, that neighbor been working on the yard the whole time I've been out here and not using a canopy. Gotta commend him. Some hard work. Got a lot more buttons up here. A lot more crevices. So I'm gonna be using the Enviro cloth. Get in between all the buttons where all the fingers are. You can see there's some dirt marks and things. Just make sure that those are all clean. And just like that. Wipe them. Make sure we get into the door handle here, front, back, on the inside of it, and then this inside of here, there's a little cup holder. Sorry guys, you guys can't even see anything. You guys are like, what is he doing? Sorry, I forgot y'all were with me. Sorry, I left you guys in the back seat. Alright, so what I'm doing is this. I'm cleaning the whole interior, doing this here, the door area, and then the cup holder right in here. I got some crevices and, you know, there's a couple little coffee spills and things here, I believe. Nothing Norwex can't handle. Yeah. All right. And we do the whole interior of the inner portion of the door. Now that the door is open, we can get into the door panel right here. And on the inside, where it's all painted here, you know, a lot of people, this will just get gunked up after time and turn into nothing but like grease and dirt. Now if you don't take care of this part, it's still part of the vehicle. Alright, so you gotta get inside that whole door wall or that area of the door there. And up above here. Man. Oh man. I like this job because I can sit on my butt and work. And sometimes I have to lay across that back seat when I'm cleaning. That's nice. I can actually lay around on the job. Alright, let's get into crevices here. Get some detail work going on around the stick shift. And then he's got a little dash compartment here. So I know a lot of people, they'll use like I've seen people get them slime balls, you know, the balls of slime that kids play with, and they'll roll it up into these like hard to reach crevices, and they'll pull out all kinds of gunk, and I think that's a really cool trick. But with Norwex, you don't need those tricks. That's what I love about Norwex. It's its own little trick all on itself. Sweet. Everything's still wiped down up here. That's good. Alright, now we'll get into more of the detail in here. I'll do a whole surface wipe all the way around. And then we'll have to come in and vacuum all this, and then I might have to re-wipe it again in case there's dog hair everywhere. Get the back rear view mirror, put the window cloth, get that. You got this glass display there. Alright. I get this one in there. Starting to get tired. I could probably only do one car detail per day. Maybe two if I did one in the evening times, one in the morning, one in the evening. That might be pretty cool. It's a lot of work though, that's for sure. And the other cool thing about it, I'm using only Norwex. I don't know if you've noticed, guys, but because I don't have any chemicals, I'm not concerned about having my hands on a bunch of chemicals. I'm not going to dry out my hands with a bunch of weird toxic stuff, because all this is water. So that's the beauty of Norwex. You don't need all that extra stuff, and you don't have to worry about the extra overhead, the gloves, all those things. Oh, here's one crevice that I wish maybe I had some of that ball of slime. There's like little sticks and twigs in here. Can't get out. Not stems. There's like sticks. Yeah, my client don't partake in any of that stuff. All right, I think we're done with wiping up everything here now in the front and the back seats. And I need a vacuum more. I think that's what needs to be done. All these cloths are getting full of dog hair. Oops. Should try to use this leather shine on something just to see what it looks like. Here, I'm gonna test it out right now. I'm gonna use some of it, a little bit. Smells weird. Oh, ew. Smells weird. I've got chemical sensitivities. I don't really like the smell of different products and things. All right, let's see what this oh. Y'all need to see this. This is the first time I'm using this, so sorry about that crazy angle there. I had to fly you through. But here, look at this. Here, I'm gonna just put y'all on my lap right here, and you can actually see what's going on. This is not Armor All. This is the leather shine, which is supposed to be used also on the vinyl surfaces. And as you can see, it's going to make that look just like super, super, super new. I don't know if I should put it on the whole entire steering wheel. I don't know what kind of, I don't want it to be, you know, oily and, huh. What happens if you wipe it then? Oh, sorry. Well, here, let's buff it off real quick. We'll just buff it in and then buff it out. I'll see what that does. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but that looks nice. That looks really, really nice. Wow. I'm just concerned. I don't want to. I'm worried that if I put it on the whole entire thing, that it's going to make it really slippery. But then, look at that. But it looks good. So we're going to try that again. We're just going to wipe it all down like I just did. And we'll just do the front. We'll try not to do the whole back side. That way it just looks good. And then we'll take this and we'll wipe it all off. Just like that. I'll just wipe it completely off. And hopefully it'll look nice and clean and shiny like new vinyl, but without that here, I'm gonna move y'all back some. But maybe without, you know, it being all slippery. But that looks really nice. Look at that. I'm like, wow. This is the first time I'm using it, guys, so that's why I'm like, okay, that really does make a huge difference. Oh, we can shine up everything. Oh, that actually, that's not slippery at all. That's really nice. So you can buff it with the, you can do the leather shine, and then you can buff it with the Enviro cloth, and it still keeps that. Dang, that looks brand new. Wow. And then it's not going to leave any sort of residue on there, because when you have the residue, oops, then you actually the residue collects more dust, dirt, debris, gunk, all that. So the more stuff, more product that you use, the quicker your vehicle is going to get dirty. That's so cool. I really like this leather shine. I'm going to use a little bit more. I'm gonna wear though. All up in this area. Oh my gosh. Again, I'm gonna have to do the whole entire dash. As you can tell the difference. There's parts that are dull and parts that aren't dull now. Wow. You know, I wonder what this is going to look like for the floorboards. Alright, being that this is up on the dash, I'm going to just leave it as is without buffing it out. There's no reason. I don't think there's any reason to buff it right now. Okay, so if I hit one area, I got to hit the whole thing, or else you're going to be able to tell the difference. I'm trying to think what that smells like. I've smelled that smell before. I can't tell what that smell is. Alright, we'll get shifter and the brake. Yeah, let's see what it looks like in here. Oh wow. Yeah, it shines up really nice. Okay, I need to get back to vacuuming. One thing I want to check though, before letting y'all go, because I'm going to probably just let y'all go. This has been long enough. All I got to do is the windows and vacuuming the front area, the back. But I want to see what this does real quick. So these are the floor boards here. And we're just going to take our EnviroCloth to it. This is going to get it dirty. So I'm really hoping I don't need this too much anymore. Alright, I want to show you guys this real quick and just see what it looks like on camera. So I can see for myself too how well this works. Alright, so you can see it's just water, guys. It's nothing special. Dang, this is hot. Okay, there's one. All right, we'll let that dry. I'll just get rid of any excess moisture here. And we'll do this other one. And it's probably almost time for me to go. I'm only supposed to be working until about noon. Okay. Now what I want to do is see if we can actually do the leather shine on these here. And I don't really know if my client needs to have it like this. Sorry. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm trying to show you guys what's going on. And my camera don't want to be cooperative. Alright. So what we've done, we've washed both of these here. This one's almost dry, so now we're going to get the cleaning. The leather shine here. Just going to use a little bit of that. And we're just going look at that. Holy. Trying to do a perfect line going right across right there. Oh, phone is getting hot. Okay, so the phone is getting hot because it's been out in the sun for too long. Well, I'm looking at the leather shine. Can you see a difference? I can't really tell because the sun. Oh yeah, you can definitely see a difference right there. That straight line. Right there, yeah. See that? This side, leather shine. That side, no leather shine. Alright, so let's finish it up. We're going to leather shine it. Maybe we'll just do this one. Because I know it's getting close to time for me to go. And my wife has an appointment. I got to make sure that I'm always there for her. And for her appointment. To make sure I can take care of our 4-year-old. While she's got her things that she needs to do. But I really also am doing this here because I'm helping her out with endorsing, promoting Norwex. My wife is actually the sales consultant, the sales rep. So if you need a personal consultant for Norwex, you can contact my